Well, good afternoon, Miss Bonnie. This is your new Husqvarna Viking Diamond Deluxe. I'm in the sewing mode right now. I'm going to use just a piece of quilting cotton. I have it selected for quilting cotton and a straight stitch. I'm just going to do a center cut stitch here. One of the things I really like about this machine is that it does all my tie-offs for me at the beginning of the stitch, at the end of the stitch. When I'm at the end, if I want it to cut, I hit the scissors. It ties off, cuts all my threads for me, top and bottom. There are multiple different stitches in this machine. I'm going to go here to some, I don't want that decorative. Let me look here. All right, I'm selecting this little floral stitch here. It tells me to switch to foot B, which I'm already using foot B. I'm quite fond of it. I like the clear foot. They just pop right on and right off. I am using the pedal now, but I don't have to use the pedal. I can use the start button, but I really do prefer to use the pedal. If I hit the scissor button, it's going to tie it off, and it's actually going to finish right at the end of whatever the pattern is. If I would have hit the stitch in the middle of the flower, it would have finished the flower off. There's a ton of stuff in here. You can make any design. Oh, I went small. I wanted to go bigger. You can make any design up to 7 millimeters wide. So they can get really big. I like that. There are a ton of really fun things in here. I really love the four-way stitches because I can make a lovely little box if I want to. This comes in really handy because I have toddlers and I want to maybe sew a patch in the little leg of their pants. So that'll do that little square for me, which is great. This machine has all of these different stitches for four-way. It also has, you can also do 8-way stitches. So if you have to do on the 45 diagonal, it has the straight stitch and then the double, which is really nice. In the settings, you can do a stitch width safety. That's if you want to get a straight plate. For a lot of quilting people will get a single hole needle plate. The thread cutter's on, jump stitch trim is on, auto fix is on. You can come in and change any of this. You can put your name in here. There's a timer that you can reset. This is where you would come in to program all of the hoops that you actually own, so that when you're selecting hoops, only the ones that you own come up. I have it set for sensor Q foot for embroidery. I use the Q foot. There's also the R foot, which looks like, oh, I'm in the embroidery section. The R foot's a little plastic foot that comes with the machine. You can change your sounds. You can turn the volume up, down, all of that stuff. Lighting, you can change the brightness, and you can change the color from a blue hue all the way up to a red hue. I sort of like it somewhere in the middle. There's an alert light, so if the machine jams up or does anything, it'll flash red at you. I have that turned on because I like it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am sewing with the embroidery unit attached. I usually don't do that, but this machine does sew with the embroidery unit attached. The reason I did that now is because it makes it easier for me to do a faster little video. So I have a little bit of fabric hooped up on the metal hoop, which I really like. For simplicity's sake, I don't have stabilizer on this. I would never embroider something like this without stabilizer. Ooh. But I'm going to for this instance. All right, so I am going to change the foot because we're going to embroider, so I want to put the embroidery Q foot on. I usually leave a foot attached to the shank when I take it off because it makes it easier to not lose that little piece. I'm gonna pop this foot on. I'm not switching to embroidery thread. I also normally would do that. I would switch to embroidery thread in my bobbin, but for this I don't think it matters. So I'm gonna just switch to embroidery. It's gonna start calibrating. I also keep my little stylus on a little piece of ribbon tied up here to the handle. It's just easier for me so I don't lose it. I do have little kids and I hate the idea of my stuff walking off. So I'm using the metal hoop. So I'm gonna pick the 240 by 150 metal. I love the metal. I will probably never go back to anything else. So I click that on there. Let's go in and check out a design, a simple one that we can stitch out real quick. These are all preloaded designs on the machine. I'm only using one color for simplicity's sake. How big is this? Let me see. Oh, okay. I'm not doing that one because that one is huge. Do I have something smaller and easier? How about this diamond? Okay, that diamond looks reasonable. So I prefer to hold my embroidery thread. This is 1,204 thread count. I'm gonna hit the start button. It cuts my thread. I'm gonna just toss it to the side. And away it goes. All right, so that's how you get the embroidery going. I really like embroidering on these vinyl purses that I buy at Walmart. They're reversible. They're a kind of heavyweight vinyl PVC material. They're $10, and this is the design that I've done on this one. It turns out really, really beautiful. So I hope you're really excited about this machine. I have absolutely loved it. It has done everything that I've wanted it to do and then some.